Oh, guys, it's been a while. It's been about 6 months since the last video I posted on this channel. We have a lot to talk about. Bitcoin Cash, I think, is what we have to talk about the most. I mean, look at this shit. Up 9% today. It was up, let's see, over the past week, 87%. Over the past month, 185% is almost fucking tripled over the past month. I mean, just look at this incredible growth. But put into context, though, it's still got ways to go before reaching its all time high. Wasn't even 1,400. It was like closer to $4,000 in 2017 during that bull run. Yeah, I'm really happy that I invested in Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin is also doing very well. Not quite as well as Bitcoin Cash, but it's starting to take off too. I think Bitcoin Cash is having a ripple effect because Litecoin is also an alternative to Bitcoin. It's based off of Bitcoin. It's not quite a hard fork like Bitcoin Cash was, and also Bitcoin SV, but Litecoin is definitely seeing the benefits of the run that BCH has had. I regret not buying more though. I only have 5 Bitcoin Cash. I really wanted to like get to 15 or 20 because I thought that the prices were going to stay low for a while, and I was going to just try to accumulate. Like my main focus was actually going to be Bitcoin Cash because I feel like I've accumulated enough ETC. I think because that was my main play. I'm down quite a bit, but not really in the grand scheme of things. Not too bad. Yeah, I have 242 ETC. I went like almost all in on ETC for a very long time, and then I was kind of like, instead of just being, because I mainly just had Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, a little bit of Litecoin. I'm like, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin Cash. I'm gonna buy a little bit of Dogecoin too. There really weren't any other coins that I was really interested in because I'm trading on Robinhood and the options are more limited. But yeah, I really wanted to increase my BCH position, but unfortunately, I mean, I'm not gonna buy at these prices. That would be insane. I'm glad I got in though. I mean, being up about $1,000 when just a couple of weeks ago I was actually still in the red. I mean, let's take a look. I was like, yeah, my average cost was $129. By June 19th, it was still like just a little bit above $100. So I was negative, and now all of a sudden I'm positive 1,000, at least on this position. So I think that the bull run might happen sooner than we think. I mean, it kind of is a bull run if you think about it, if it's tripled over the past month, but that just depends on you buying in at the right time. Because if you bought, I mean, any time in the past year, you're making pretty decent profits right now. But if you bought like around here, or if you bought around here, then you still got a long ways to go. So that's something to also keep in mind. But that was during the last crypto bull run. Of course, if you bought during any moment of the bull run, you're still negative. But as long as you keep dollar cost averaging, I think you'll end up positive at the end of the day. I truly believe that. That's why I've held. Oh, it's been a roller coaster. The last time I was ever profitable was May 3rd, 2021. And that was when the bull run was first. Like, I bought in, like, when I was starting to hear a whole bunch of hype around Dogecoin. And then, it started off negative, and then I finally started making some money. And then it just kept going downhill. I never sold. Actually, I did sell at a loss, and then I bought back in higher, and I made a lot of really bad decisions. And then it kept going gradually. It kept going on a downward trend. And this was my all-time low, being down like $8,500, something like that, around Christmas. Then it came back up around the beginning of the year significantly. It almost doubled back. I mean, not quite doubled. Like, I got like a third of it back within like just a matter of weeks. And then it went down again, but then it went up even more. And now it's the most money I've ever had since September of 2022, August of 2022. It's technically the most money I've actually had, like, in terms of liquidity, because this is money I've put in over a long period of time. I didn't start off with $18,000 or whatever it is. I started off with like 1,000. Then I went up to 2,000. Then I went up to 3,000, 4,000, 5. Like I just kept investing a lot of money over time, and that's what ended up happening. So my whole thing is Moments like these, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. I'm not buying anything. I'm not opening any new positions and shit. Maybe my Zemetica stock, I'll buy some shit. But in terms of actual cryptocurrency, the way that it's up right now, it goes both ways. Just as fast as it goes up, it can go down. Just as fast as it goes down, it can go back up. But when it's really, really up, I don't feel comfortable buying any of that shit. Even though it's very much possible that in the next week, Bitcoin Cash can be $650. I see that as a very distinct possibility, but I'm not going to bet any money on it, because what the more likely thing is, historically speaking, when something is tripled in value, whether it's a stock or a cryptocurrency, it's going to go down hard. I mean, it showed signs today of that happening. I lost like about $1,000 in a matter of like 15 minutes. But then throughout the day, it just climbed right back up. So when you have serious volatility like that, that's actually a good sign that a bull run may be coming, because it shows that there's pretty good resistance. You know, when it crashes, it shows that the run is actually sustained, because if it wasn't sustained, it would have kept at this low point, and it probably would have even trended more low. Could it still get lower? It could. But I think that's a good sign when it goes down like that and then bounces right back up within a few hours. Not even days or weeks, within hours. I think it shows a lot of excitement about Bitcoin Cash in particular, and Litecoin's also experiencing that as well. ETC is getting in on it a little bit too, which was good for me because that's 36% of my entire portfolio. Then I have another 35% in regular Ethereum, which I'm actually overall doing a lot better on ETH than ETC. But once the bull run happens, I do honestly believe that Bitcoin Cash could go to $5,000 or beyond. I think Ethereum Classic can go to $1,000 and beyond. I think regular Ethereum can go above $10,000. I think Litecoin can easily be a $1,000 coin or more. And Dogecoin, yeah, Dogecoin can hit $1. I do believe all these things. I mean, I put my entire life savings into it, so I definitely believe it. Maybe to a fault. But I haven't been... This entire time, I have never been seriously concerned about losing all of my money, despite the risk. Crypto always comes back, no matter what. So, I think it's a good sign for optimism. I think it's a good time to be greedy with your coins. To all the people that sold at a loss, whether we're talking about Bitcoin, Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. Sucks to be you. You made a bad decision because you got scared because you saw the red. You saw all the red. And you're like, there's no fathomable way that this money could ever come back. So I might as well just liquidate it all and put my money into something else, or just give up on investing entirely. Well, if you did that a few months ago, you're definitely punching yourself in the face right now. Especially if it was Bitcoin Cash. Because, like, just imagine if you sold, like, around this point, like in April, not even April, like just a couple weeks ago. It's triple what it was, more than triple what it was just 2 weeks ago. That's insane, but that's just how the crypto market works, and you guys need to understand that and not get so squeamish. So, yeah, I think next year or two, it's going to be a very, very significant amount of money. I think for most people, the $13,500 is a significant amount of money, but it's not enough for me to be able to quit my job or do anything like that, so I'm not selling. The only way I would sell is if I had enough money to be able to quit my job and be set for a very long period of time. I do have more money in my bank account between that, YouTube revenue, other stuff. I'd have enough money to get by for about a year compared to my job's pay. So I could do it. I could sell it all. But it's just not worth it to me because I know it's gonna reach even greater heights.